to the Crafty Diamond. I am Debbie. Today I am going to be working on day 7 of my countdown to Christmas with my Advent here, and we are going to be working on half of a butterfly. So I'll really be looking forward to day 9 when I can finish the butterfly, because I absolutely adore butterflies. Anything butterflies I am good with. So I think this is going to turn out really pretty, especially all of the colors that is in here. I'm going to first start out using white just to get the background out of the way, which is really what I've been doing on all of these. So how is everybody doing, and what are you guys working on? If you've been following me every day, I've been asking every day how everybody's doing. I'm just curious. I want to know that everyone is okay and that you are able to take a little bit of time to yourself during this busy season. And I am trying to. I'm going to have to get some washi and put this single placer on here. I changed out my placer, my single placer. I changed it out from the plastic placer that was in here, and this is a little big for this pen. So all I'm gonna do is I have this washi. I'm just going to wrap it around here and then see if that's gonna do the trick. Doesn't always look the greatest, but hey, it works. So I'm gonna stick this in my pen and be really careful I don't get it too tight. Yes, that is perfect now. So now it's not moving and I can keep going. I am still using a plastic placer in my multi. I haven't changed this one out, which I need to. And this one's only a 4 placer, which for now it's fine. Maybe a 5 placer. I think it's actually a 4. It's a 4 placer, and I'm able to add another one on it. And that's fine for now, but I'm definitely going to put a new metal tip in here. I've gotten some from Diamond Art Club that I've ordered and that I have not used yet. So that will be nice. I can put it on this pen. I have another Christmas pen I thought I did from last year. This was also a pen that I bought last year from Bistro Blanks. I need to look at another Christmas pen, or maybe just a green or a red pen, or even gray, something that matches this. I'm not going to buy any more pens right now. I did have a pen that just came in that I need to show you guys from Norse Alchemist, and it is really pretty. And then in Abler's Outpost, I really do like how Edward turns his pens, and they are now doing a monthly subscription, and I haven't checked it out, don't know how much it costs or anything, but you receive a limited edition pen every month from them if you sign up. And that just came out this week, so I need to check into that and see exactly what that entails. I think that would be kind of fun, like a mystery pen. Some of these are not, you can see through here. I've decided, yesterday I mentioned on my cross stitch conversion mystery that I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it. My neighbor even offered to, buy it. She was going to give it to her daughter for Christmas. And I really do like it. I don't want to get rid of it, and I don't want to just put it up. So I kept thinking more and more about it, and then decided that I would go ahead and just work on it and just a small section, not try to do the entire section. And so I did that yesterday, and I also decided to give myself grace and not to worry about getting it completed on the day that it's supposed to be completed, that I would just like to have it completed by the end of December So that way I'm not taking a Christmas canvas into January. And so that's what I've decided to do. So I am on day 5, and I'm about halfway through day 5. So I'm not that behind really. And if I get behind, that's fine. As long, I would just like to get it done by the end of December, like I said. So that way I can also say that it's finished. And White Christmas, I'm just working on it whenever I can. I am officially on break starting on December the 22nd and going until January the 2nd, I believe. So I've got that time that I won't be working, and so I will have plenty of time to get caught up. But my daughter is going to be in town, my oldest, and so I'll definitely be spending as much time as I can with her. But I know that she's going to want to visit some friends. She's going to want to go see her dad and her stepmother, and so do some shopping and different things, and go to different places to eat that I probably won't go everywhere with her. So I'll have some time when she is not in the house. And even if she is, we'll probably diamond paint together on a couple of things. So I'll have time still to be able to diamond paint, and I can always work on my diamond paintings after she leaves, because I think she's leaving the 27th, I believe. They haven't really narrowed down exactly when they're coming, exactly when they're going to leave, but I am going to definitely spend as much time as I can with her. So if my diamond painting suffers, then it just does. But I definitely want to continue on with the converted cross stitch. I think when I was talking about it yesterday, I was just getting a little frustrated because I could not keep up, and it was taking me longer the way that I was doing it. Each time that I finish a door or a panel, I am seeing what I can do to speed it up. So each panel gets a little bit faster. The one that was the slowest for me was, I believe it was day 3. I'm not going to say what it is in case you guys are working on it. And that one, I don't know what happened, but I got off on a row, couldn't figure out where I was. And so I was just getting really frustrated with it. And I thought, this is taking up way too much time. But then when I went to do the panel 4, it went really quickly. Well, I shouldn't say quickly in the grand scheme of things. It took me about 2.5 hours to finish it, which is a lot better than it has been. And if I get even several days behind, I think I'm going to be okay. I'm not going to worry about it, and I'm not going to fret. If I don't get it finished by the end of December, no big deal. I will work on it in January, so I won't have it all year. Or I may even just put it up until next year, depending on how much that I have left to do. I've got a fairly new glue dot in here, and it is not playing very nice. But I am still working on my Sugar Plum Fairy. I'm working on it at night, and I am working on it sitting on our couch and with a easel. And that's been a lot of fun to work on. I do have part of it rolled up, so it's easier to get to the section that I'm working on, but I'm really blinging that one out for my Sparkle Addiction event that I am co-hosting with Angie. And that one's looking really good. So I do anticipate having that one finished by the end of December. And I'll definitely show you guys when it's finished. And then I will work on White Christmas whenever I can. But I'm definitely going to work on it in January. If I don't finish it or get to it in December, then that's one that I'm going to start working on in January. And then I'm going to start trying to whittle down some of my WIPs and trying to get those out of the way. But who knows? I say that and then I might just kit something else up. It really depends, because there's some that I purchased recently that I cannot wait to start on, but I really should stop and think about it and get some of my WIPs finished. I definitely want to get the Halloween one finished because that is taking up my credenza, and I absolutely love my credenza. So I don't want to just sit on that one because I'm ready to use my credenza again. I've got a couple that are going to be extremely confetti heavy, and they will work perfectly in my credenza. So I have to finish my Oraloa one first, and then I can start working on that one. So, we'll see. And then January it's really weird because even though January is the start of a new semester at work, it's very strange because January really isn't that busy. The spring semester tends to be just low-key. Students don't ask a lot of questions. They don't really come to my office hours where they can come in and ask any kind of questions. A lot of times they don't even come to class, but it is just totally different than the fall. The fall always seems to be so busy with students asking questions and one thing after the other, and more things going on in the school. So last year in January, I had gotten quite a few of my WIPs from the prior year completed. And so that would be nice this year. But these are larger, so I don't see that happening. But I am okay with that. I do want to go through my stash before the end of this year, count how many that I have, decide if there's some that I am ready to part with, and either sell them. I thought about giving some of the older ones away if I could just have the postage being paid, which my shipping is around $15 for Diamond Art Clubs. I haven't shipped any others in Diamond Art Clubs. It's around $15 for just an average size canvas. So I don't know. We'll see. I'm still thinking about that, but I'll definitely let my Facebook group know first, and then I will also put it underneath the community. So I'll put underneath the community and in Facebook at the same time, so everyone will have a chance, and I'll let you know the date. There's a couple of these that have holes in them. That's why I've taken them out. It's hard when you're multi-placing to go through. I haven't had any trash drills, really. I mean, I've had a few. You're going to have a few, but there's not very many that have been bad. I haven't had any drills with tabs on them, but I've had just a few drills, and it's mostly this white that had little holes on the top. And when I'm multi-placing, I don't really notice it until after I put them down. But this has been a really fun project, and it doesn't take very long. So I am really enjoying this. I hope you guys are enjoying having a video a day, especially having a WIP and chat. I'm not sure if I will do a WIP and chat next year, or if I will just do a video a day, or what exactly I'm going to do. It's still very early to be thinking about that, but I'm not sure I'd have enough to talk about since I'm answering a lot of tag questions that I found, and a lot of the tag questions have been pretty much the same from one year to the next. And I do still have some tag questions, but I thought I would change it up a little bit today, and I will go over some of my comments like I do when I have my massive cross stitch conversion. And I'm going to start off with the comments from day one for the Advent. And then if I run out, I can go back in between the ones that I have not done yet on the WIP and chats from my last cross stitch conversion. All right, there's another one. And these have a little bit of static in them today. They didn't yesterday, which I find kind of strange. I might need to go ahead and just keep my fount sheets in here, my dryer sheets. I might need to just keep them in the little containers instead of just having them out once I kit up. And these didn't have hardly any static when I kitted up, but now there's more. So I find that kind of strange. Okay, I'm almost done with the white, and then I'll have to log in again. Let's see. And this is from Danielle Pritchard, 6478, says, we always watch the same shows you do, the old shows like Rudolph, Frosty, A Year Without Santa Claus. And I had forgotten when I was mentioning some of the movies, A Year Without Santa Claus. That's a really good one too. I really like that one. Yesterday we watched Santa Claus is Coming to Town. That was a lot of fun. I just like all the older ones more than I do like newer ones. We did watch, I don't even know the name of the movie, but it's like, I think three movies. Tim Allen is in it, and he is Santa. That one is really cute. We kind of binge watched that one last weekend. We had already seen it, but we were trying to find something on TV, and so we started watching that, and we didn't know that it was like a marathon and all of the movies were on there. So we ended up just binge watching them all weekend. And it was something to do. It was a lot of fun. We just can't ever find anything to watch. We've seen so many movies, we're getting tired of it. And I told my husband, I said, I'd like to watch something that is festive, that's Christmassy. And so we found that one. So we started watching that. And Paige likes that too. So we were all sitting there watching. Paige made some popcorn. We had the Christmas tree lights on. We were sitting in the dark. And it was a lot of fun. We want to have a movie night this weekend, this upcoming weekend. And we want to have a fire. But we had an issue with our fireplace last year. And so my husband has had to purchase a part, and he's gotten the part. And then he got the part like in, I think it was the summer. And then he didn't put it on, and then he found out he needed to do something else. So he's finally got all that taken care of. And now we're able to use our fireplace. I'm gonna put the white back in here. I finally finished the white. Now I get to work on the butterfly. And I can actually see this better. I really hope my head's not in this. If my head is in here, I'm going to apologize in advance. I'm trying to keep my head out of frame. It's hard sometimes because I am short and I can't tell the way that I have my camera angled today if my head is in the way. I just really hope it's not. Okay, let's go to the next one. And thanks, Danielle. The next one is from Lisa New. She says, hi, Debbie. Started my mystery conversion advent calendar today from Diamond Art Studio. The first image is beautiful. First time doing a conversion on a blank canvas. She also tried to download Pattern Keeper to her Fire tablet a year ago. It was too confusing for her tech challenge brain, so she wasn't able to get it. She is doing the paper version. She's also highlighting, and she says it was tedious. And then she says if she were able to get it downloaded, she would have no problem actually using the program. And she says that it's so frustrating. And I think I know I've mentioned this before in a video, and this was after her comment, which when I read her comment, that was the first thing that I thought about, is I am not able to get Pattern Keeper to work on the cross stitch conversion on the mystery. And I've been using Pattern Keeper for almost a year now, and it doesn't load properly on Pattern Keeper. So I thought, okay, I will go ahead and I will use Markup, which is for Mac products or Apple products. Well, I tried using that one and I can get it to load, but it doesn't load like the symbols and the colors or anything. And you can't do a locate unless you go and manually do it. And so I tried to do that and I got that part done. But then whenever I would go to mark up a symbol, it would mark up all the symbols around it too. And I don't know why it was doing that. And so finally I just gave up. And I thought it is going to be faster just to do the paper version than it is to take all of this time and energy trying to get it to upload into the markup and to upload correctly, or having to, finagle with it. And so I just started using the paper version, and I am just doing it that way. And what I finally decided to do is I have them marked off in 10 by 10 sections, just like you would have if you had an actual canvas. I'm gonna have to do something about this glue dot. If you had an actual canvas that you were using for a blank canvas for the cross stitch conversions, and it does have the gridded lines. So I went ahead and did each of my sections that way. And I am just doing one 10 by 10 section, and then I am doing another 10 by 10 section. So it's probably taking me 30 minutes, 45 minutes longer than it would if I went ahead and did the whole section. But that was getting me so confused because I couldn't find the lines. I couldn't figure out what I was doing. Even when I had it sectioned off, the entire door sectioned off by 10 by 10s, and that just got me so confused. I did that one on day 3 and I was getting so frustrated, and I thought, let me just do it a 10 by 10 section at a time. And I did that, and it was so much more pleasurable for me to work on, and it did go by faster. I am really over this glue dot at this point. Let's see, it is really sticky. So Lisa, maybe that will help you as well, just to section it off. I did use a Sharpie, or I am using a Sharpie. I'm using a black Sharpie, just doing a thin lines, and it's not showing through. And when you're looking at it, you can kind of see it, but once you have all of your drills on, you cannot tell that it is there. And it has sped it up, but I am just not going to worry about trying to stay caught up. So if any of you are working on the cross stitch conversion, let me know if you have any other tips. I would love to hear them, and I'm sure that others that are working on this would like it as well. And they are out of this conversion kit. They're planning on getting some more in the spring, but it will be well after Christmas, obviously. But they're going to order some more, and they may even change it up a little bit on their packaging. And then they're talking about doing this again next year, and they said they're going to have to do some research. Apparently, their inbox has been absolutely flooded, just inundated with emails, because people are confused, I guess, or frustrated and need some help. And so I think they're taking note of this, and then they're going to make some changes next year. And if the changes aren't made, I don't know if I will buy another one next year. I love the company because I have several of theirs. I just purchased a couple more that came back in stock from them. But on this cross stitch conversion, I have so many other diamond paintings that are Christmas related, holiday related, winter, that I don't know if I'll get another one or not. But it's fun doing it right now. I think that this has also opened my eyes to the fact that I think I might do a mystery canvas next year. An actual diamond painting mystery canvas, because I've not done one. I started doing one a year ago and I didn't get very far with it. It was the Josephine wall. And I ended up selling that one to somebody that really wanted it. So I sold that one, and I didn't get very far with it. So I think I might do a mystery canvas next year. All right, so the next one is from Sherry Sterner, 5276. Says, enjoyed your WIP. We have a small family. She says her husband and her are both only children. They have 2 sons. The oldest lives in Tampa and they live in Ohio. So they stay home for Christmas. And her youngest son lives in Ohio. So he does come home before Christmas. They celebrate then with his family. And then she says her granddaughters are 8 and 6. So they need to be home Christmas Eve for Santa to arrive. Their biggest event this December is that their youngest son is receiving his doctorate in education, and he is also stationed in Germany with the Ohio National Guard. And so it says for a year, he just recently retired with 22 years of service. And then she says she hopes that me and my family have a blessed Christmas. And first of all, thanks so much for your son's service, and that is a long time. And also, congratulations to your son. Earning a doctorate is not easy. I finished mine about 6 months earlier than I anticipated, or than when most of my cohort finished. And it is a lot of work, especially I can't imagine being in the National Guard, being overseas. That seems like that would be even more difficult. And I earned my doctorate in international business, and I didn't have any desire to do it. But the school where I was working, they offered me a grant. And so, pretty much all I paid were taxes for 2.5 years of going to school and earning a doctorate. So, how could I say no? And I'm telling you, it is a lot of work. It's a lot of writing, a lot of late nights, a lot of rewriting, especially if you have a mentor that wants it done specifically his or her way and will not approve it until you change it. So it's a lot of work. So congratulations to your son, and pretty soon he will have the title of doctor. And that just feels so good when first time you as a doctorate candidate, you earn your doctorate and someone calls you doctor. It is like the strangest feeling, but it feels really good because of all the hard work and the tears. I'm not sure if your son would do that, but I can say for me, tears. And pretty much my husband was so aggravated at times. I know that whenever I graduated, he should have gotten an honorary doctorate because he was right there with me. So kudos to your son. That is going to be a really nice Christmas present for him. And also he will have extra time now to do whatever he wants to because his nose is not in a book or in research or on the internet. There's going to be a lot of black on this one today. Let's see. Elizabeth Peterson 4269 says that she's in Norway, and she says that she celebrates Christmas on Christmas Eve. Her family starts with a day with opening the stockings and watching Disney. And then they get dressed, they go to the cemetery to light candles and exchange gifts with the extended family. And then after that, they go home, they watch more Christmas movies. And then while mom starts on dinner, at 4, they eat halibut and listen to church bells from all over Norway and the world. After that, they open Christmas gifts, they have coffee and Christmas cakes. And then she says she hopes that me and my family have a great and stress-free Advent time. Best wishes from Norway. And thanks so much, Elizabeth. And that is so cool. I love to hear other traditions, whether it is traditions in the US, whether it's traditions abroad, because everyone has their own traditions. And I think that is so cool about Norway. And then getting to hear all the church bells ringing and then having halibut for dinner, watching all of the Christmas movies together, and then having Christmas cakes. That just sounds so lovely. I would just love to do something like that. You know, do something different and go and see how others, how they live, how their traditions are, especially around Christmas. That would be so much fun. So if you have any traditions, let me know. I know there's been some that I've put them out there, and so I'm definitely going to be getting to them. Not sure when, but working slowly on my comments. I am not able to read my comments and continue to diamond paint, so it does take me a little bit longer when I read comments. I wish that I could. Rebecca with Add More Zest, she reads her comments and she is just keeping on diamond painting and doesn't miss a beat. I'm like, how do you do that? I can't. And I read all these comments well before I even read them on my channel. And I still read them, and again on my channel, and then I just cannot for the life of me diamond paint and read. Maybe if I have my computer over to the right side of me instead of the left, maybe I can glance. And my dog is crying. I am so sorry. She wants to go OUT, and I don't want her to. I really don't want to stop to take her, and she doesn't need to. But she will win. I will have to stop and go and take her to the OUT place. Now, Molly, you can calm down. You can calm down and listen. You can watch me diamond paint. I don't think she much wants to. Now she's starting to get in her whiny. She's kind of in the terrible twos right now. Have to stop and take her out. I am such a sucker, and all of our pets know it. They know if they keep on, I'm going to feel guilty, and I'm going to do whatever that they need to do or they want. And the cat does the same thing. She will start crying and just sound so pitiful if she wants a treat until somebody gives it to her. And I am usually that somebody. Sometimes my husband will do it. He won't be able to stand her crying any longer. I think he just gets annoyed with her. But I just feel guilty. I'm like, oh, she can't cry, my poor baby. But when the dogs start crying for anything, I always give in. And they know it. So they have me conditioned very well. All right, so the next one, I just think that'd be so fun. And stockings too, and getting dressed up. And Stephanie Lee 6922 says, thanks for the WIP and chat. Doesn't feel like Christmas has started yet here. She's been feeling a bit grinchy. Changing that this weekend by putting the tree up. She made it through Cyber Monday and Black Friday without buying a canvas. She has too many WIPs in the works right now. And I bought a few. Really not that bad. I bought 2 from Diamond Art Club and 2 from Dreamer Designs. Dreamer Designs came in today, and it's in this huge box. And it's in a huge brown box, and I haven't opened it yet. It just came in, and I just put it in my office. I'm like, now I'm scared because I ordered 2, and this box that it's in, the outside shipping box, is huge. And as usual, I saw it, I really liked it, and I thought, okay, I'll get it. I don't know the size of these. I don't know if they're square or round. I am assuming that they are both square from Dreamer Designs. Diamond Art Club's Black Friday has already come in, but I did order for Cyber Monday, because they had a Hannah Lynn that I wanted. But I've been really good after that, and I am not planning on buying anything in January, because more than likely, if Diamond Art Club does what they did last year, after Christmas, they had another sale, like 25-30% off or whatever it was on whatever was in stock, and they had a bunch of restocks. So I don't know if that's going to happen this year or not, but if they do, there's really nothing that I'm waiting on to be restocked. There is one from Mrs. Buttered that has recently come out, and it was, I don't know the name of it, I didn't get it. And then I kept looking at it, and I thought, you know, this is something that my kids and I used to love to do, and this would be really cute to go into Paige's office, which is where she plays a lot of her games, or even to give to Madison. But it has so much pink to it that I don't think Madison's going to want it. She's not a girly girl. She's not really crazy about pink. But it's where the little girl is playing with the claw machine, where you can push the claw machine or the claw down, and then you can get a stuffed animal. Every time we see those, even now, we play them. And I don't know how it happens, but Paige wins every single time. She doesn't even aim or anything. She just does it, and she will always get something out of the machine. And I usually do too, and so does Madison. So I thought this would be really cute because it's something that we always do, but I don't need another painting. So it's kind of like, do I get it? Because it would be really cute in Paige's office that we're converting into a game room for her, because now she doesn't need an office and she's not going to school. She called her room where she has her computer and she's got her desk, her office. And so now she doesn't really need it since she's not going to school. So I don't know. I might just, if I get it, it's going to be with points. I may just put it up or just not get it right now. I have it on my wish list for a while and maybe order it sometime in January if I meet some kind of goals that I'm going to set up. But I know what you mean about having too many canvases. And Laurie Joseph 8478 says, thank you, Debbie, for day 1 WIP and chat. She's excited to get the month of December started. She's following along while she's working on Christmas Globe from Hobby Lobby. It's a smaller canvas, so she can hopefully get 2 Christmas paintings finished in the month of December. And I have heard a lot of people talking about that canvas, and I have not seen it. And I've been to Hobby Lobby and didn't even look. So I thought, well, that's really good for me. But I have heard that it's really pretty. It's extremely popular. So if you get that one finished, pop it into the Facebook group. I would love to see it. And that's for anybody. Pop in what you're working on. Pop in your work in progress, anything finished. It doesn't have to be Diamond Art Club. I don't care. It doesn't have to be a licensed diamond painting. It's whatever you guys are working on. The only time you'll have to have a licensed diamond painting if you are in an event that requires it, such as the event I'm going to be doing with Paint Gym in February. That one, it'll have to be from Paint Gym because it's a Paint Gym event. But other than that, I am open with it. And then we'll have our J-Wall event in April. But the J-Wall event will not take place in my Facebook group. It will be in our J-Wall Facebook group. So that won't have any relevancy to my group. Oh, there's a lot of black in here. Okay, I would have to work on the black ones for a long time. And the next one is Cher Loves Orange. Says she didn't put any numbers in the same, she didn't put her numbers in the same spots as Rebecca either. So it was fun watching both mine and Rebecca's. And then she says she sure does enjoy my channel. And thanks so much, Cher. And next year, I'm going to decide on a different canvas, something that is just one that I am doing. But I love the canvases that Add More Zest has come out with. So I will still purchase, more than likely, still purchase an Advent canvas from them, and I'll work on that one on the side like I am doing with the mystery one this year, and then figure out what I'm going to do. But I have a whole year, so I'm not worried about that now. But you know, before you know it, it will be Christmas next year, 2024. We'll be thinking about 2025. Let's see. Let me get this one. This is going to be really pretty, but wow, it's a lot of 310s. I should have blinged this one up, and I didn't. Let's see. Okay, Danielle Pritchard 6478 says she loves my WIP and chats. She's working on an Advent Christmas picture diamond painting, and she's excited about doing it. And I really love how everyone does something different. There's so many Advents out there. Some are creating their own Advent, which I did that up until last year. I would find a small painting that I wanted to do. Maybe it was Christmas, maybe it wasn't. And then I would section it off. And so that was a lot of fun too. And so I will do that next year. And I might even do something like in July, because I like to do a Christmas in July. And I'll probably get something that I already have in my stash and then section it off and try to do one section a day. I think that would be kind of fun. I have to write some of these things down. I don't think about some of this stuff until I get on here talking to you guys. And then I start thinking about it. And then when I go to listen and work on my edits, I'm thinking, that's a great idea. I need to write this down. I'm going to forget it. If I don't write it down, it's not going to happen because I will forget it, especially if it's something that's way in the future. This glue dot is giving me major run for my money today. All right, so the next one was from Deborah Allender 7444, says this was fun and thanks so much. And this is over on day one. And Carrie Conlon 9870 says, nice WIP and Advent calendar. She was very sad when Frosty melted too. They're going to start a new tradition for the outside birds this year, and they're going to make a gingerbread house for them. She usually buys a large seated bell, but she thought it'd be fun to do something different. And then she also throws out corn and apples for the other animals. And Carrie has a lot of animals, wild animals in her yard. And she's a close friend of mine. We were talking one day and she looked outside and there were a whole slew of turkeys walking across her yard, wild turkeys. So I think she also feeds the wild turkeys. She was, when they first moved, she was hoping that she could also feed the deer, put something, out for the deer, like a salt block. And then she found out that they're not allowed to do that. And then I think she even had a bear one time. So Carrie, if you're listening, let me know if you had a bear or if I am just thinking that. But I could have sworn that at one point, I don't know if she actually saw the bear, but I think she had bear tracks, or one of her neighbors said that they saw a bear. Which I think would be really cool to look outside and see all of these animals. But, you know, I'm a scaredy cat. I would also be scared, and then I wouldn't want to go outside. And we are doing the same thing with the birds, and we're also feeding the squirrels. In our yard this winter, we have a lot of birds and a lot of squirrels. We also have a lot of chipmunks. And they pretty much just stay to themselves. They stay in the ground. You see them scurrying around every now and then, but they really don't cause any problems. None of them really do. Okay, the next one is from Deborah Call 9308. Says, now it feels like the Christmas season has started. Enjoyed your WIP and chat. Thanks, Deborah. And then Leah Duncan 6982 says, can't wait to watch the diamond painting come together. And thanks so much, Leah. And thanks everyone that has commented or has liked my videos and even have just watched them. Everything helps. And I do appreciate that. I also have 2 that are members now of my channel, and I really appreciate them as well. I know not everybody can do that. I totally understand. But again, just liking my videos, that helps and goes a long way as well. Now my other dog, my small dog, she is kind of snoring and she's not really close to me, so I'm hoping you guys can't hear her. I like to film early in the morning because everyone is asleep or they're not here, and the dogs are outside or they've already had their morning walk and they've already been playing outside. They're tired, they're taking naps, and so it's very quiet. But I wasn't able to have my video up or working on this video early this morning, and I did it after Paige got home from work. My husband will be home soon, and so now it is the afternoon, late afternoon, so my oldest dog is tired. She's taking a nap. Now Molly is kind of antsy, and this is about the time when she wants to go in and out. It's a pretty day. It is a cool day today, but it's pretty, and she loves this weather, so she's always just in and out all the time, like a little kid. I'm constantly having to get up, let her out, let her back in. So right now she hasn't started barking, wanting to come in, but it's just a lot of commotion going on, and it's just so much easier when it's just me early morning with my coffee, getting to talk to you guys. And it's been a lot of fun talking to you every day. And it's definitely keeping me motivated, wanting to stay on track. So I'm like, okay, I've got to get this one done. I'm trying to stay a couple of days ahead, if not a little bit further. But right now, I am about 3 days ahead. So that's good. I don't want to get too far ahead, but I don't want to get to where I am right on it, to where if I don't have a video, you won't have anything to listen to that day. And you never know when YouTube is going to act up or we're going to lose power again. We've lost power the past 2 days. We didn't today, but the past 2 days we have lost power, which did not last very long, but it was enough to where everything had to be reset. And then me worrying if I'm not able to get my work done for work. Okay. My husband's sister is having surgery tomorrow, and I don't think I'm going to go to the hospital, but I'm still ahead. So if I do, then I am okay. I am looking forward to filling in this butterfly. I think it's going to be so pretty. Okay, I just finished the comments for day 1, and there were like 25 comments, so I was really excited about that. It also helps, I don't know what I'm going to talk about, so I can see what everybody else is writing about, and that does help to get me started on what else I can talk to you guys about. All right, so I'm going to put this one up. We finished all the black and the white together. So that's probably kind of boring, but it's looking good. So I'm going to put us on a time lapse, and I'm going to finish up this half of this butterfly, and then I will be back. I hope you guys enjoy the music.
We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas. We wish you a Merry Christmas and a Happy New Year. Good tidings we bring to you and your kin. Good tidings for Christmas and a Happy New Year. Oh, bring us a figure pudding. Oh, bring us some figure pudding. Oh, bring us some figure pudding and a cup of good cheer. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. We won't go until we get some. So bring some out here.
Okay, you guys, look how absolutely gorgeous that this butterfly is turning out to be. I had so much fun doing this one, and it really didn't take very long, so I cannot wait until we get to day 9. I don't want to hurry up the process, but I think that it's going to be really pretty, and then we will start with number 8 tomorrow, and that one's going to be down here in the corner. So let's open up day 7. So if you've not opened up your Advent, you may want to fast forward a little bit. And let's see what is in here. Oh, it's so cool. I have one of these from last year, and I loved using them. These are little trashy trays. There is a blue and a black one in here. And so they're like mini trays, and you can put your trash in here. So I'll definitely be keeping those handy because I could use those for this one. I hope that you enjoyed today's project, and if you have not subscribed, please consider doing so. I think that you would like it here. And if you don't mind, please click on that like button before you leave. That definitely helps with the algorithm and getting my videos out. I just saw a couple of random drills, and so that's what I was picking off. Hope you have a great rest of your day. Until tomorrow, happy diamond painting. Bye.